I searched the earth for the finest oils, with the dream to create the finest men's fragrance in the world. Africa for me is a special, magical place, some parts developing at a faster pace than others, giving millions of her nation's people unprecedented prosperity. Coming from a place where it is about fast fashion, the next thing, and instant gratification, one sees none of that here. It is about ancestral legacy, the land one lives on being passed from generation to generation to generation. There's no need for 23andMe here. Individuals intimately know their ancient bloodline. There's no 4G, their internet, our stories passed from elder to child through the generations. Having been to most of Africa, from Egypt to the north, all the way down to South Africa, I can honestly say there is no nation like Ethiopia. It was in this region the first humans roamed the earth and where the remains of Lucy were found. She is the oldest human on record. She is 3 million years old, and her final resting place on display at the National Museum of Ethiopia. Coming off the prop plane in the city of Lalibela, located to the north of its capital, Addis Ababa, one immediately feels the Ethiopian hospitality as well as the Christian influence. This is one of the earliest cities that were Christian, or Ethiopian Eastern Orthodox, dating back to the time of the apostles. The people were kind, accommodating, and always smiling. People would stop and ask to take a picture or even steal a kiss.
Welcome to Lalibela.
Thank you. In the 12th century, a member of the dynasty at the time named Lalibela had visited Jerusalem, and in 1197 found out that the Muslims captured Old Jerusalem. Lalibela, revered as a saint, wanted to make modern-day Lalibela the new Jerusalem. The layout and names are a symbolic representation of Jerusalem. The 11 medieval churches were built from solid volcanic rock, simply surreal and breathtaking. I had to take off my shoes before entering any of the churches, and I was met with a priest serving as a guide, keeping an eye on everything. The churches are still used today for services.
Amharic.
Yeah. Please.
Look on St. Joachim, Saint Yared,
The famous Ethiopian.
Saint Mary. Easy the transportation.
Right, yes. You roll it.
Yeah, the postcards.
Do you have a St. George in a card?
Yeah.
King Lalibela.
What is that?
This one,
No, the next one, this one.
This
What
is the
is
4 evangelists.
Matthew, Mark,
Luke and
Lucas, John.
St. George.
The one thing I have to mention is the Church of St. George, built in 1200 AD. St. George, the guardian patron saint of England, the same St. George known to the world, is also the patron saint of Ethiopia. Imagine my surprise when I found out St. George, a knight and a saint, was an Ethiopian born in Palestine. Modern-day Lalibela is considered the holiest of the cities, and it is apparent everywhere. At 3 a.m., one could hear Christian chanting throughout the city, similar to what I've heard in Muslim countries. Tens of thousands flock to the city during Christmas time. Ethiopia is known for their intricate crosses, each design belonging to a certain tribe. When we were asking around for frankincense and myrrh, our guide Abebe took us to a woman who actually took the raw material and prepared them for incense. The house you see here is in the main village, and one of the first things that came out of my mouth was that she was beautiful.
Come here.
See your wife?
Yeah.
She's beautiful. From what I understood, she was the grande dame of the village, a general store of sorts. I love a powerful woman. Nick wanted to get some drone shots of the city, and as we were walking up a hill, the children were asking me for pens, paper, and soccer balls. It was such a joy to show the children how a drone works. Not once did I feel unsafe in the city, and before our departure from Lalibela, on our way to the airport, we stopped at a monastery built into a mountain and managed to catch the end of a service. People of Christian Orthodoxy throughout the world will find this scene very familiar to their own services. Nick and I even managed to get a blessing from the priest. But we're Orthodox, we're Greek Orthodox. Thank you. Nicholas Georgios. The time spent in Lalibela was something surreal and magical, and something I will remember for a lifetime. Hi there. Did you subscribe? Did you hit the like button? Did you hit that little bell? Did you do it now? How about now? Now? That's crazy.
It's funny.